Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the best Grandmaster builds in the game, if not the best in my opinion. Now this is if you're a solo player or you're just looking for something to help you in Grandmasters. If you guys are struggling, this is honestly the build for you. But before we do start with today's video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video, and if you haven't checked out my previous ones, make sure you do. And with that said, let's jump straight into the build. Massive shout out to Blazing Boost for sponsoring today's video. It is coming to the end of the season and Lightfall is just around the corner, so if you're struggling to get any gear, make sure to check these guys out. They offer a Sherpa service. Plus with the Nightfall, the Grandmasters coming out, it's a really handy site to have if you guys are struggling. Not only that, it does have a Trustpilot of over 30,000 reviews with 5 stars. If you do use code Unstoppable at checkout, you will get a 5% discount. I'll also leave a link in the description that'll take you straight there. So starting off with the build, we are on Dawnblade with Well of Radiance. Now, I don't really have to say this, you guys know Well of Radiance, probably the most crucial thing for a Grandmaster in my opinion. It keeps you alive more than anything. Even when you're doing boss DPS, this thing will keep you alive against all the enemies. And to be honest, it's definitely the best super. So this is what we are building this build around. Now, we are using Healing Rift. For me, Healing Rift is the best one. Some people like Empowering. You can change it up if you guys want. It's not that crucial. But I do believe in Grandmasters, healing is the way to go. Then we do have Burst Glide. Now, we do here have Celestial Fire. Now, you can use what you want, but for me, Celestial Fire is more accurate and it sort of hits your targets a lot better than other ones and scorches them. Now, I use Solar Grenade. I've always used this. I feel like for the DPS, it's sort of the best one you can actually get. You might even want to use Healing Grenades if you guys want to actually get them and use them. But for me, Solar Grenade puts out a lot of damage and it is really good. Now, for the aspects, what we do have is Touch of Flame and Icarus Dash. For the fragments, we're using Ember of Beams. Your solar super projectiles have longer. Then we have Ember of Wonder, Ember of Searing, and Ember of Torches. Now, you can change these up if you guys need to for sort of resilience, recovery, whatever you guys need. Some of these are for resilience like this one. Now, another great one is the one that increases the effectiveness. So as you can see, Radiant and Restoration has increased duration. You can put that on if you guys want to, if you have all the stats. Now, build-wise, stats-wise, what you're going to want to aim for this build is 100 resilience. Obviously, for a Grandmaster, this is crucial. It's the only sort of 100 that you guarantee sort of need. And then I would go with recovery, because the quicker you recover, the quicker you can get back into the fight. Now, intellect doesn't really matter with this build, and I'll show you why later on. But for the weapons, what I did run myself is the Witherhoard, Grid Skipper, and the Taipan. Now, this week it is void, so if you're watching this in future weeks, obviously this will change. If it's Arc, Solar, sort of change to them sort of weapons, like a Solar Pulse or an Arc Pulse. Same with the heavy weapon, totally your preference. This is what's good about this build, that you can change it for each week of the Grandmasters that come out, and it will work perfect. Now, moving on to the helmet, what we do have is Resilience, Ashes to Assets, Harmonic Siphon, and Bountiful Wells. Now, for the arms, what is crucial for the build is a Minor Resilience, Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, so our Witherhoard can stun champions, and Anti-Barrier, so that we do have Anti-Barrier. Like I was saying about the weapons, if it's Overload that week, put an Overload weapon on. If it's Unstoppable, and same for the Anti-Barrier. You guys know that already though. Now, the reason why this build's so good for Nightfalls is this exotic right here, Phoenix Protocol. Now, I was trying this out, and honestly, I've never really used it before, but I thought I'd slap this on, and honestly, it made our Nightfalls sort of decrease in time by around about 5 minutes just with this exotic, and that's no over-exaggeration. We pretty much add unlimited wells with this exotic, and that is because kills and assists you make while standing in your well of Radiance return your super energy. So you're pretty much getting back 80% minimum every single time you use this exotic, and you pop a well. So if your teammates are making you orbs, you pretty much have unlimited wells and you can never really die. That is why I do believe it is the best build. Now, for the boots, we do have a resilience mod, linear fusion rifle scavenger, and elemental ordnance. So what we do have for the bond is a resilience mod, outreach, and weaken clear. That's pretty much the build. I'm going to leave you some gameplay of me killing some champions with this build and sort of how we used it. And to be honest, all you have to do is just keep popping your well over and over again. And I can guarantee it'll make your nightfalls a lot easier. But if, like I said at the start of the video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.